Hey everyone, welcome back. My name is Erin and today I am doing my update number 1 for my project 10 uses and also my no pan left behind. I do want to apologize for getting this video up a day late. There's been some crazy things happening this weekend and I am hoping to film and edit this video on the same day and get it up to you on Monday the 26th, which is one day later than I thought I was going to get it up. We got news on Friday that our house was going to be inspected on Monday morning, so today at 9 o'clock in the morning. So I spent all weekend doing things to the house to make it at least somewhat presentable to an inspector. So definitely that was a whirlwind of a weekend, so I did not have time to film, but I am excited to sit down and have progress on this project that I'm doing this year. So of course I'm combining these two projects in one video just because it is easier for me to sit down and film these all together, but we definitely have some exciting updates. Also call out something else in case you guys are watching this on the big screen in HD. I have a little friend with me today that was a little bit difficult for me to cover up, and so definitely that thing is going to be showing. Like, you guys probably wouldn't have noticed, but since I can see it glaringly in my monitor, I wanted to at least point it out that there isn't something funky on my face. That is just a friend coming to visit. So let me go over to, I do my project 10 uses, and basically I am doing a roulette style wheel where I am picking 10 items to use 10 times before I can roll them out. I am not going to allow myself right now to do duplicates because I do want to pull new things into this project. And this update might be a little bit more exciting because I filmed my original video and rolled in those items at the beginning of January, even though the video did not go up until the 25th. So I've kind of had 2 months to work on these. It makes for a very exciting first kind of update, but definitely I'm not going to have this many products rolling out in the future, but this is just a project for me to get my hands on products that I might be ignoring because of my project panning. So the items that are in my roulette wheel, which if you didn't catch my first one, I will have screen recordings and I'll have everything popping up to show you guys what I'm picking, but I do not include my project pan items in my roulette wheel, and that is just because I'm already focusing on those things myself as well. I feel like it's been a while since I have filmed, so I need to take a breath. I need to take a drink of coffee. I have the Kansas City mug today, and we can definitely get into these products. I think I have 7 to roll out and only 3 that are staying in. So let me go over to my spreadsheet and I will be able to, I'm keeping track of everything in this little book right here. It's just a small dotted journal, and so I do have my measurements, and I'll probably put this on the screen also, but I have my measurements for my stick items, which I had quite a few eyeliners, and then I do have my tally marks as well. So I actually only have 2 items rolling over, so we are rolling out 8. So I get to roll the wheel 8 times. Okay, let's start with the rollouts. So first rollout is going to be in, I basically took, this is very reflective, so I took my 2 loose pans of blushes and I put them in here. This one up here is the Essence Believing, and then this is the Physicians Formula blush. It's like the Manoy blush or something like that, but it had all the different colors and the flowers imprinted in it. Well, I went ahead and I kind of mixed everything together and I repressed it. So this is the first one that I am rolling out, which is the Physicians Formula blush, and I was able to use this 10 times. Since I have this open, the Essence blush I've only used 6 times, so that one will be staying in for 4 more uses. The next item comes from my Bridgerton face palette, and I did roll in the highlighter right here. And this was actually, today is the 10th time that I used this highlighter. So it's very, very blinding. But this highlighter is actually kind of dark for my skin. It makes a little bit of a shadow. And if you caught my last, was it my project pan, where I said, doggy interruption, I said that I wanted to go ahead and repress all of my highlights. I have some that are too icy, that are too pink, that are too dark, like this one. And so I am going to be filming a video that is kind of like a repressing and frankening all of my highlighters once my highlighter in my project pan is used up, and I'm so close on that. So it was a good thing I was able to roll this out, but I used this 10 times, and this will be the last time probably that you guys will see it looking like this until I do my repressing video. Next item that I was able to use 10 times, and this was very easy for me. This is my Franken Cream Blush that I have in an e.l.f. Powder Compact, and look at that huge pan. So I love using this, and I actually use this quite a bit. And let me get my panning journal, because of course I used it more than 10 times. Let me see how many times. Since the beginning of January, I've used that 24 times. So to get where we were last time to this point, we had 24 uses on it. Huge pan. I wanted to remelt this, but I wanted to show you guys that wonderful huge pan before I melted this back down. But this will get remelted and kind of reconstituted, and I will continue using that Franken blush. The next one that we had was my Too Faced Pillow Balm, and this one, again, I had 10 uses on it. I kept marking some uses, but I got 10 uses on this just in January because I do like these. But let me show you up close, if it'll focus on that instead of my face. Look at all that windowing. I am so close to being done on this one. This is on my radar to go ahead and finish this and get a lot of these lip products rolled out. I really do like this product. I put it on, I reapply during the day whenever I'm working, but mainly I like using this in the morning whenever I am just prepping my lips when I'm doing my makeup. So that one is good. The next one is the NYX Epic Wear eyeliner, and this is in Dusty Mauve. And I don't know if I did swatches of these last time, but that's the color right there. It could almost be a lip liner, but I was doing plenty of pinky looks, and so it was quite easy to use this one 10 times. Then we had the one that I was really worried about, and that is the Makeup Geek eyeliner in Gunmetal. It is a silver color. This came for free in an order that I made from Makeup Geek whenever they were going out of business. So it's just that silver color right there. And I was able to actually kind of wear down the tip. And the way that I found that I enjoyed wearing this is actually on my tight line. It adds just enough kind of smoky darkness without being a like harsh black or brown. So I actually kind of feel like I have found a way that I enjoy using this liner. So maybe that will be on my radar to keep using it in my tight line and hopefully maybe get done with that one this year. After that, it was another eyeliner. I'm telling you, it pulled, what, 4 blushes, 4 eyeliners, a highlighter, and a lip product last time. So we'll have to see what the wheel has in store for us today. But it was my Sephora liner in Tiramisu. I used this one more than 10 times as well. It is just this nice, dark, chocolatey brown. Very easy to use. I think the only thing I don't like about this, and I bought this because Jessica Braun was raving about it. And so it's not a bad liner, but I guess I should say this because it is kind of hyped up. You have to sharpen it a lot. It's very creamy, so it goes on very nice, but then it wears down so quickly that if you're tight lining with it, these edges will start to scrape your eyes and it's not comfortable. I like the Urban Decay formula a little bit better because that formula is a little bit stiffer, so it holds up to where you're not necessarily like, oh, I have enough product, I don't need to sharpen it, and you go to do your eye and then you're scraping your eye because it is so creamy. So that is my one drawback to this one, but I am enjoy using it, and really with it being so creamy and needing it to be sharpened all the time, I'll end up going through this, so I'll have an eyeliner empty hopefully by the end of the year. The last one was my Clinique liquid liner in black, and this is just a black liquid liner right over there. It is brush tip, which is the preferred way that I like to have liquid liner. I really had to force myself to use this. I'm not a black liquid liner type of person, but I do like a baby wing from time to time, and so I was happy to get my 10 uses out of this, and maybe I would want that to roll in a couple more times this year just so I can get some use out of it. Otherwise, I probably won't be using that a whole lot. But so those are the 8 items rolling out, and then the 2 staying in, again, are the Essence Blush in Believing, so that's 4 more uses. And then the other one was the Clinique Heather Pop Cheek Pop Blush. So I have 8 uses on this, and look how worn down that pattern is getting on there. This is a very beautiful mauve toned blush. That's it right there. Stunning. I love the Cheek Pop formula, so this one will need to get used 2 more times, which should not be hard at all. I was just really inundated with blushes, so I am happy that those 2 blushes are staying in and that they have lower numbers for me to use. So let me bring up my roulette wheel, and then let me also start screen recording on my iPad, and we will be able to pick out our new products. So we're picking 8. So I already said no repeats, and then also if I'm already working on the product in another project, then I will re-roll. But let me get my screen recording going, and then we will hit our button. Alrighty, so let's pick number 1. Essence Believing. Is that the one we already have? Oh, come on, wheel. We're not doing this. Yes, I already have Believing in, so we will be re-rolling on that one. Ooh, so I also have my fragrances in here. So this is the Billie Eilish #1 travel size. Alrighty, so I'm excited about that. It's a beautiful vanilla scent. Let's see, number 2. Marc Jacobs Infamous. That is the lipstick that is in my project pan. I'm trying to remember. So I will roll that into this project just to force myself to use it 10 times. I think that's what I said about that that lipstick, because I do have trouble reaching for it in my regular project. I think what I'm going to do is I will go ahead and I'll roll it in for the 10 uses to force myself to do it. But that will be my 10 uses in 1 month that will be my goal for that one. So that is number 2. Too Faced RX Pillow Balm in Holiday Wine. So that's another one of the minis. So that's a lip product. I don't mind having more than one open, especially just for 10 uses. I don't mind that at all. Okay, that one will be rolling in. Same perfume again, so we're going to roll again. Same blush, we're going to roll again. Maybe, should I put in here, or does it have where it says no repeating? No repeating results. Let's do that. All right. Ooh, the NARS Orgasm Mini Blush. Okay, we'll do 10 uses on that. So that is 4 so far that we've been able to pick. Marc Jacobs Perfect, so that's another perfume. I'm glad we're getting some variety in here. Knock on wood, so far no eyeliners yet, but 2 perfumes. Okay, Marc Jacobs Perfect, and that is my big size. I also have a travel size of that I keep in my purse, but this is my full size. So that was number 5. We already got the lipstick, so we're going to roll again. Okay, finally an eyeliner. I had to say something, but this is a Gilded Taupe. This is the NYX Epic Wear Liner in Gilded Taupe. So that's number 6. I'm keeping track on my hands. All right, number 7 is the Kayali Yum Pistachio Travel Size. So 3 perfumes. So this is perfume heavy, but that is number 7. And our last roll-in for this project is Pat McGrath Fembot. So that is another lipstick. So 2 lipsticks, a blush, 3 perfumes. I'll have to go back and see. Does it tell me what items were picked? No, it doesn't. Well, either way, I will make sure to grab my items. You guys would have seen the graphics popping up with the weights and the pictures and everything, but I'm excited about all of the perfumes. I'm excited about the new blush. I'm excited about getting some more use on these items, but definitely I'm going to be putting those perfumes to the test. So that is my wrap up for Project 10 uses, but stick around because we are rolling straight into the No Pan Left Behind. All right, so I had 5 palettes rolled into my No Pan Left Behind, and again, I had about a month and a half, 2 months with these palettes, so I did use all of them, and I actually have 3 additional palettes that I was able to hit No Pan Left Behind on, but we will be picking 5 new palettes. But let's go ahead and really quickly review the palettes that I drew in through the wheel last time, and the first one is the Huda Beauty Mercury Retrograde, and this is what we are looking like on the inside. I'll have my graphic popping up over there. There's more room over here. So over here of what this was looking like. It's not going to be that much different, but definitely I will have my different color stars on there depending on the month that I use the palette in. I think this one I used completely in January, but gosh, I love this palette. So this one was very easy for me to get my uses on. I was going to say this one was easy for me to get my uses on too, but all of these were because, again, I feel like I'm in a really good place where I love all of my palettes. But the next one is the Natasha Denona My Dream, and this is our color story. Again, absolutely gorgeous. I'll have my graphic popping up, but I really did enjoy using all of these shades, and it was not a chore at all. Next up, we had the Viseart Rose Edit, and this is our color story right here. Absolutely beautiful. I love these little palettes. I got an itch recently to go onto the Viseart site and kind of look around, but I resisted because I kind of feel like I have some money in my budget burning a hole in my pocket. And so I thought about Viseart, but I held back. I'm going to wait and see what indie brands do in the spring, but I was able to use every shade in my Rosé Edit. Next up was Urban Decay Stoned Vibes. Love this packaging. And then this is our inside. Love these shades. Again, I was able to use every single one. I think I had a blue look from this palette in a recent video, and I really enjoyed using the blues. I mean, the Opal Aura shade, like, it doesn't seem like much, but oh, it is so sparkly and beautiful. Love that. It just adds so much impact on the eyes. So happy to use every shade in that palette. And the last palette that was picked for us was the Too Faced Pumpkin Spice, and really kind of off for the season, but I love these shades, so I was not upset about getting this one in, and I keep blinding you guys with the packaging, but love this. Wish the formula was a little bit better as far as the shimmers. Wish they were a little less chunky and a little bit more wet feeling like some of the older Too Faced formulas, but still I love this palette. Very happy to have used it. And if I end up using every single palette in my collection, like before the fall time, I would love to roll this back in for the fall. I might even do it on my own just because this palette is amazing and it still smells awesome. So the 3 palettes that I was able to also do a No Pan Left Behind on, just kind of on my own. Of course, the first one is going to be my Pan That palette for the year, and this is the ColourPop It's My Pleasure. I almost called it a completely different name, but this is my Pan That palette for the year. Love this, and I'm having a little bit of trouble with this one being a Pan That palette because it's purples, where my one last year was all neutrals, and the one before that was neutrals also. But definitely, I do love this, and hopefully soon I will be seeing some pans in this palette. And speaking of, this little one in here, this was my Pan That palette for last year, and this was my Pan That palette from 2 years ago. Apparently, I loved them enough to want to reach for them, but this is the remnants of the Give It To Me Straight. I did replenish the cream shade. The cream shade that came in this palette, I completely used it up last year, and so this is a cream shade from the So Jaded palette, but it's the same size as these, so I just kind of rolled it into here to complete the palette. So this is my remnants, and this is how I was able to get all my pans last year. I really loved reaching in here for some neutral eye looks whenever I had to go out for work and meet with some clients. And also really nice mattes to kind of start a look with. Same thing with this one, the Too Faced Just Peachy Mattes. This is really great for just setting up a matte look, and I kind of have made it a little bit of a challenge for myself to hit pan in these last 2 shades over here that I was not able to hit pan in 2022. So I really do love this palette. It still smells like peaches. We need this Too Faced back again. Please, we need this era. But that was, what, 5, 6, 7, 8? 8 palettes so far are used in my collection. Now I do have my singles, which the video going up after this one is my eyeshadow palette collection. I've already filmed that one. That one is actually already uploaded. It's ready to go. So that one will be on time. But I do have my single shades, and those ones, maybe I'll give an update like maybe halfway through the year, but I'm just reaching for those as I kind of want throughout the time. I'm not really keeping like diligent track of those ones, but let me go ahead and pull up my wheel again. My iPad doesn't like my finger after I swatch those shadows. There we go. Let me record my screen, and we are going to be picking 5 more palettes. So I don't have it marked off for no repeat shades, but if I know that I have used the palette already, I will roll again. So let's see what our 5 palettes are going to be. Ooh, C3PO. Okay, so we're going to do some Star Wars palettes. So that's number 1. It's a 9 pan, so it won't be too hard. Paris Edit, so the other Viseart Edit palette. Okay. Let's see, what is our pick number 3? My Dream, which I already did, so I'm going to re-roll. Sweet as Can Be, so another ColourPop. That's the Winnie the Pooh one. Let's see. So palette number 4. I should have selected not to repeat, but Chocolate Gold. That is the formula from Too Faced that I love and adore. Lots of shimmers. I actually have already started to use some of the shades in that palette, but maybe I'll reset it. Like if I've already dipped into some of these palettes, maybe I'll reset and use all of them again because I love that formula, so I don't mind it. And the other palettes are kind of smaller palettes, so we will see. Plus there's a lot of shimmers in there. I'm gonna have to reuse some mattes, so I'm talking to myself at this point. So that was number 4. And last palette is a Super Shock. That's the How Far I'll Go, which is the Moana Super Shock. I'm going to roll one more because that's a single. I will just make sure that I use that, and maybe I'll have a goal of using that 5 times because it is a single, just to get some more uses on my Super Shocks. But let me roll in another palette. Italian Spritz is actually in another project, so we will re-roll. Mini Gold. Okay, I can do that. It's a 5 pan, but still, if I'm doing an extra Super Shock on there, I'm okay with doing the Mini Gold. So we have our 5 palettes plus a single. I'm very excited about the picks, especially because, again, the C3PO and the Sweetest Can Be, I love those. I love the Paris Edit. I love the Chocolate Gold. I love the Natasha Denona Mini Gold. If she does not come out with a mid-size gold palette this year, my heart will be broken. That's all I can say. Please, Natasha Denona. That is what I'm saving my money for. I'm saving my palette money for that palette. I need it in my life. So, but that is my update for No Pan Left Behind. Very excited about having 8 palettes already rolling out and 5 more palettes and a Super Shock rolling in. I'm excited about the looks that I will be able to do over the next couple weeks. And I thank all of you guys for my understanding about this video going up a little bit late. And I'm thinking to myself, oh God, now I gotta do my graphics. I gotta do my pictures. What am I thinking? But I will make sure to get this up for you guys. I really do appreciate each and every one of you. And of course, I'm going to encourage you to do all the things. Make sure to hit a thumbs up on this video. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out for more. Like I said, I have my palette collection, then I have my Project Pan update, then I think I have my vanity tour, I have a reflecting video, I have, of course, deck of panning, like my buys and buys with all my haul stuff. So definitely you guys are going to want to stick around for more from my channel. Drop me a comment down below. Let me know how you guys are doing. I love our conversations in the comment section. You guys are so wonderful and insightful, and I love learning from you guys as well about what works for you with your makeup collection. So I'm going to go ahead and sign off and get editing on this video, so hopefully I can get it up tonight for you guys. But otherwise, I wish you guys a beautiful day, and I'll see you in my next one.